Welcome to the Abroad in America podcast, the only financial podcast designed specifically for expats living in America, where you go behind the scenes with financial planner, author, and speaker Jimmy Miller to learn how to make your time in America as financially rewarding as possible. And now, here's your host, Jimmy Miller.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Abroad in America. I'm your host, Jimmy Miller. Today we're talking about something that affects almost every expat working in the United States, but hardly anyone actually knows about it. It's called totalization agreements. Now, if you've never heard that phrase before, don't worry. Most people haven't. It sounds like the title of a dystopian science fiction film, but these agreements can save you thousands of dollars, protect your retirement benefits, and prevent you from accidentally paying Social Security taxes to two countries at the same time. So brew some coffee, settle in, and let's make totalization agreements make sense for you. All right, starting at the top. A totalization agreement is a treaty between two countries that coordinates their Social Security systems so that workers, especially foreign nationals and expats, don't get hit with double Social Security tax. Many countries also call this the old age pension scheme. Think of it as a handshake between governments that says, you know what? Let's not both tax this worker's paycheck for retirement benefits. Let's keep things fair. The United States currently has totalization agreements with about 30 countries, including places like the UK, Germany, India, Australia, South Korea, France, and many others. If your home country is on that list, congratulations. Life just got a little bit simpler. If it's not, well, we'll talk about that too. Before these agreements existed, expats faced a big problem. Imagine you're from Germany and you come to the U.S. for a 4-year assignment. You're working here, earning income here, and the U.S. wants you to pay U.S. Social Security and Medicare tax on those wages. But at the same time, Germany still considers you part of their retirement system and says you should keep contributing to our Social Security system too. So you end up paying into both at the same time for the same work. That's not fun, that's not fair, and it's not financially sustainable either. Totalization agreements fix that by making it clear that you only pay into one country's Social Security system at a time, not both. So how does this actually work in real life? Well, here's the basic rule. You pay into the Social Security system of the country where you're actually working, unless you're on a temporary assignment. So let's break that down. If you're permanently in the U.S. and working in the U.S., you're going to pay U.S. Social Security taxes. Your foreign Social Security contributions will usually stop. Now, if you're in America on a temporary assignment, meaning your employer sends you here for a short posting, which is typically 5 years or less, then you may continue paying into your home country's Social Security system and be exempt from U.S. Social Security tax. That's right. Some expats on temporary assignments don't owe U.S. Social Security tax at all. And that's pretty great, right? But here's a catch. You need a certificate, usually called a certificate of coverage, from your home country's Social Security authority. This certificate proves to the U.S. employer and to the IRS that you're exempt from paying Social Security here in America. This certificate is basically your golden ticket. Without it, your employer has no choice. They must withhold U.S. Social Security tax from your paycheck. Now, most U.S. expats have this tax withheld. They end up going back to their home country and just wasting this tax. There's no way to claim this tax back, even if you're never going to qualify for a benefit with it. But with a certificate, suddenly you're exempt because you're still covered by your home system. It helps your employer know which system to pay into. It avoids double taxation and double contributions. You maintain your home country retirement credits, and you remain fully compliant with both governments. If you've never heard of a certificate of coverage, ask your employer's HR or global mobility team. They usually handle these things behind the scenes. Now, if your country is not on the list of totalization partner countries, well, things get a little bit more complicated. It means you almost always must pay U.S. Social Security tax while you're working here. You may also be required to continue paying Social Security contributions back home. You may not get U.S. credit for your years working abroad either, and your home country credit may not transfer to the U.S. Basically, you could be contributing to two separate retirement systems. Some countries have special domestic rules to avoid double payments, but others do not. So if you're from a non-agreement country, it's important to know the rules in both places. especially if you're here for a short assignment and want to avoid the unnecessary contributions. Here's another cool part of totalization agreements that many expats don't know. In many cases, your years of work in both countries can be combined to help you qualify for retirement benefits. For example, maybe you worked in the U.S. for 6 years. Then you moved back to France and worked another 8 years. Individually, 6 years in the U.S. isn't enough to qualify for Social Security benefits here. You generally need 10 years to qualify. But under some totalization agreements, those French years can help you meet the U.S. minimum. Now, to be clear, you won't get double benefits. Each country still pays you based on the time you actually worked in that country. But the agreement ensures your years count towards eligibility. It's like connecting two different jigsaw puzzles just enough to form a complete picture. So why should you, the expat living and working in America, care about all this? Because totalization agreements help you avoid double Social Security tax, protect your retirement contributions, maintain eligibility for home country benefits, clarify which system you're under, prevent gaps in your pension history, reduce your employer's payroll tax burden, and stay compliant with both countries. It's one of the few areas of U.S. international tax where the rules actually help expats rather than complicate their lives. And after the F-bar and P-fix, honestly, we'll take the win. If you're an expat living in the U.S., understanding your Social Security obligations is a huge part of staying compliant and protecting your financial future. The U.S. has incredibly broad taxation rules. You know this by now, including taxing your worldwide income and requiring you to report foreign accounts and foreign investments. But totalization agreements, they're the piece of the puzzle that actually lightens the load. They prevent double taxation and they preserve your retirement credits. And they give both countries a roadmap for handling your Social Security contributions fairly. The bottom line is this. If you're working in the U.S. or planning a temporary assignment or moving back and forth throughout your career, a totalization agreement can make a massive difference in how much you pay and what benefits you qualify for later. So take a little time to learn your country's rules, because understanding them now can save you stress, money, and a whole lot of surprises down the road. Now that wraps up episode 9 of Abroad in America. If you found this helpful, share it with a colleague or a friend who's on assignment in the U.S. They'll definitely appreciate it. And if there's another expat, tax, or cultural topic you want me to cover, just let me know. Until the next time, stay informed, stay compliant, and always keep exploring.
Want even more ideas, tools, and resources on how to navigate your financial life as an expat in America? Check out all the resources on Jimmy's website at baobabwealthabroad.com and subscribe to the blog to stay up to date on issues affecting expats. Don't forget to subscribe to never miss an episode. See you next time. Baobab Wealth and Baobab Wealth Abroad are DBAs of Baobab Wealth LLC, a Florida-registered investment advisor. This podcast is designed for general education purposes only and shouldn't be taken as legal, investment, or tax advice. You should seek out a qualified tax professional or licensed financial advisor to determine what is best for your personal situation.